Yeah, it's trying. Okay, Luigi match analysis. Let's go, Slips. Okay, I let's do it. Okay, I think this should be the match, right? Um, it's from the most recent Georgia tournament in ACL, and I believe that this is in pools. Battle for I want to say second seed. And although it didn't determine who gets out of the pool, definitely would have been really nice for Ryan, also known as Marvel, to put this one under his belt. So, and Wes not known to lose to a lot of people, so would have been cool. And I heard it was a close match, so it's not long. Yeah, it's only like 6 minutes. Someone's just texted. Yeah. All right. Well, I'm not really doing this for anybody else other than you, but if anybody else happens to tune in, then I would be glad to accommodate. All right. Apologies for this little like bit on the side. Can't really get the overlay to like fit, but for another day. For now, we just got these like sick emotes down here. Oh yeah. Hopefully that one becomes one. But I love the swag Kirby. I even made a big poster for that when I went to a festival. Sadly got left behind, but I think we're gonna just start doing it. And I have this pen tool, but I don't think it's working. So let's see if you guys can see this. Post something in the chat because it'd be cool to be able to use it, but at the same time, I don't have to use that. Not entirely necessary. Can't see it? Ah, that sucks. Yeah, I downloaded something called Epic Pen, but maybe it just doesn't show up. So clear that crap off the screen. Okay. Well, without further ado, again, this is DAB. We're gonna be doing some match analysis for Georgia locals. And afterwards, I might go find a Falcon Luigi matchup of the same type at high level, and look through that for also some more inspiration for what to do. But doing this from my buddy Marvel. He runs a 6 stream and recording over at I want to say Marvel Studios. So, well, let's get into it.
Cool works.
All right.
All right now.
Starting on Battlefield.
All right. This is probably one of Luigi's worst
Sliding
matchups.
around.
Yeah.
It's just because he can get falconed. Like,
Loud commentary.
Falcon really doesn't struggle with low
That was
tiers.
such a good call out.
That was really good.
Yeah, Luigi needs to make the probably one of Luigi's worst matchups.
Wes really likes to do this stuff.
It's just because he can get
He
falconed.
fights a
Like,
lot, and then he'll come down with approaching hitbox, but he'll sort of drift out. So it's like if you try to challenge him, then he'll hit you.
Falcon really doesn't struggle with low
Loves
That
that
was
tiers.
such a good
but
call out.
you got it.
Yeah,
Up
Luigi
smash,
needs to
yeah.
make those callouts. But as we've seen, it is a doable matchup. Like,
Sort of missed.
you know, the famous set,
So yeah, he
famous
likes to give you
Luigi.
space,
Yeah,
like,
bait,
he'll run away
bait
and then
S2J.
come in with
Played
all moves.
Falco.
So
famous callouts. But
it's
as we've
okay
seen, it
that
is a doable
you
matchup. Like,
sort of have some mistakes
you know,
there.
the famous set,
Oh,
the famous
bait.
Luigi. Yeah,
But
bait.
then the
bait
second-
S2J.
second
Played
thing,
Falco.
like he has a pattern of going away.
It's a possible matchup for Luigi. It's just really hard.
So
Luigi's
guarding is
recovery is very
questionable.
hard to edge
He's
guard,
got to
too.
kill him right now off
Fast
this.
Combo looked pretty good.
I
think
Luigi's recovery is very hard to edge
He's
guard.
got to.
I want to say
Kill him.
I don't think strong nair would combo. I mean, you probably know better than me. But
Right now. Off
Fast
this.
Falcon.
weak nair.
For
I would just
Luigi, it's
focus
just
on, like,
really
getting off
hard.
stage here with, like, a
Recovery
knee,
is
like,
very
that
hard to
adds,
edge
like,
He's got to
guard,
kill
too.
him right now
it's
off
either
this.
14 or like 15% of the.
I
ending
guarantee you
combo.
GAwes is not happy right
So-
now, though.
Oh,
I
no.
think that's just a lot.
He's
more.
not happy with how he's playing.
Again, he comes down with.
I
an
guarantee you
aerial, like, all
GAwes
the
is not
time.
happy right now, though.
Oh, no.
He's not happy with
You
how he's
gotta
playing.
play patient, and, like, unless you got
But-
huge moves to like to get
You know.
him out. Can't really.
I'm
do
not,
much
not-
else.
misfire right now.
Nah. Marvel actually doesn't get misfires when he needs them.
I would like
It's
for you
not-
to
it's
go a
not
little bit
misfire
lower.
right
He
now.
was like all
Nah.
on stage for this.
Marvel
part
actually
of
doesn't
the
get
edge
misfired.
guard, and he's also doing that on the first stock. He's the first time that he had an edge guard opportunity, he just stayed on the stage. So
It's
Oh,
not-
you,
misfire right now.
even though
Nah.
it might look worse, if
Marvel
you
actually doesn't get.
do your down B lower down here, and then you have more opportunity to jump fair him and slap him here. He'll probably get nervous and get off. I've never seen him do. He does some crazy stuff, but I've never seen him do the nun like fall off back air. up B back to the stage. It's
misfires when
like
he
pretty
needs
frame perfect.
At least when I play him, he gets
deal.
misfires always when he doesn't need them. He'll like SD with a misfire against
A
me.
little bit slow. You didn't
And I-
use your.
At least when I play him, he gets
invincibility
misfires always
for,
when he
like,
doesn't
any-
need them. He'll like
any
SD
real
with a
purpose
misfire
here.
against me.
I
And I
would
feel
like to
bad.
I'm pretty
see
sure he
that.
was telling me he knows how to do
But
every
you call him out.
platform shorten, like with a
A little bit
misfire.
unfortunate.
He knows how to do every
I think you had enough invincibility to just like, wait
platform
it out.
shorten, like with a misfire.
But if
It's
you air
actually
dodged,
really
then,
easy.
yeah, you
I
would
know,
have
but it's
to
like one of those
come
things
up,
that I
but
never
I would
would
say
think to
hold that
practice.
ledge a little bit more.
It's real. You don't even need to be close. If you're just above the platform, it'll stop it. That's
good stuff.
it's real. You don't even need to
caught
be
him
close.
out
If you're
for
just
trying to
above the
attack.
platform, it'll
And
stop
that's
it.
Wes's
That's
shit, like,
it's really easy.
typifying Wes with like
At least that's what I've found. Maybe
mental
I've just been
habits
getting
is
lucky
definitely
every time I play
something
Luigi,
you have to
which
do.
is sparingly.
Wes needs to punish that. Like Luigi's down B. If you're not punishing,
I don't
time I play
know
Luigi,
if
which is
so I
sparingly.
know that Luigi
Wes
players
needs-
don't like the jab reset, but at the same time, yeah, I don't know if Luigi jab reset will actually work here, or if it depends on his percent or whatnot. But you do an up tilt, and I feel like down smash is just like almost always the play, mostly because of the damage. Like if you get an up tilt and into like into a strong aerial and then another aerial, then down smash into like down air might still do the same amount of damage. Like down smash just does almost twice as much as up tilt. So
like
unless you got some like
Luigi's down B, if
repetitive
you're not
up tilt
punishing-
stuff,
Every
like,
time
it
I
looks
play
like
Luigi,
you're going
which is
So
to-
sparingly.
Wes needs to punish that. Like Luigi's down.
Yeah, I've just been
Even
getting lucky
hits, like,
every
on
time
the
I play
back part of
Luigi,
the up
which
tilt.
is
So
sparingly.
Wes needs.
Pause it. Yeah, it hits on like the first frame of the up tilt. I don't know if that's always happens, but it would be worth noting because if it hits later on, then you'll have more time to act out of it, potentially get out another move.
Punish that.
But a second up tilt will definitely be too slow here. So maybe a down smash would have hit, but instead you go for the cat scratch fever.
Like Luigi's down B. If you're not punishing that, it's,
Yeah, Falcon has
it's not good.
really good ways to
Okay,
punish it.
good
He's got
warning.
like
But you get caught. All right, so you did one good thing, good sequence, and then he had an answer for what he
Stomp,
thought was
he's
gonna
got-
happen, and you
He's
got
down
caught
B. If
because
you're not
you-
punishing that, it's
yeah. Falcon has
not good.
really good ways to punish it. He's
Yeah, unfortunate landing,
got-
but
like
it looks like you just
stomp. He's
sorta
got
messed up
knee. He's got grab. He's got
That's exactly how
a whole
you,
bunch of
you
options
can
to
get
punish it.
Yeah, you can't just
That's how
shield.
it goes
let him
from you
get
doing
away
good
with it.
things to question.
But Luigi's one of those janky characters.
Okay.
Um,
Again, he's attacking out of the air.
He's getting jabs.
Calling him out.
I think he should nair.
So
there.
he was.
He's
flubbing
getting
you,
jabs.
and you're all the way over here
I think
throwing
he
a
should nair.
fireball. Maybe he was sort of worried about that, but at the
Nair.
same time, like
He naired.
if you're closer,
Ooh,
then you
nair,
can take
yeah.
advantage. And
Secretly,
similar to
do
teams,
you know
like
how
if
big
you're close
Luigi's
to your
nair is? Have you
teammate,
seen the
can
hitbox?
Yeah,
and help
it's-
save
It's
them
kind of silly.
when they get
It's kind of
punished.
silly.
And here
And it
it's
comes out in frame
sort of-
3.
You can punish them when they make
One of the
mistakes in neutral.
like-
so-
Like a mini shine.
Yeah, it's pretty good. He nairs you and he Falco
Nice,
shines you.
Yeah.
It's true. Good.
You did basically what I was saying earlier, but yeah, he was ready with his time.
It's true. It really is like a Falco shine.
You really do there. other
It might be
than,
better 'cause
maybe
it comboed
sweet
up
spot
B.
a
Oh,
little
it's
better.
worse.
But it can combo into up B.
Uh,
When it combos into up
not
B,
expecting
it
that.
might be better because it combo into up
Oh,
If
B.
you were
It's worse.
expecting that, then
But it can combo into up B.
shout-outs to you.
When it combos into up B, it's better.
Otherwise,
Every other time it's
I'd say
worse.
just when you do those types of
Or
down
when
airs,
does it combo in
be
up
ready
B?
I
for
don't know. You just nair up B. It works.
that
I don't think it
eventuality.
does.
'cause
I've
it's
seen
either
it
going to
work.
hit them
I've heard it's DI
or
dependent.
Yeah,
you
definitely.
them.
And aerial up B is nowhere good as grounded.
Okay. Your
Not many
edge
people know
been
that.
Pretty good.
Actually, I think-
Wait, why?
I would say.
It's just not as strong.
Avoidance.
It's like, you know,
He's gonna
aerial
come away.
Falcon Punch is that.
Really?
Actually, I think
he's
Wait,
been
why?
basically
it's
playing
just not
a
as
quarter of the
strong.
game
It's like
from this platform, and then approaching from either there or just attacking here and waiting for you to get into a better range for him. Because Wes, as good as he is, he doesn't have a lot of diverse approaches. Like he'll attack often from the same places. Yeah. Let's see what you've been saying. Videos sound a bit loud. Okay, I'll do that. Personally bad at making these things working on it. Yeah, I think jab reset, like I talked to Austin Miller about it. And yeah, down smash just does more damage and accomplishes about the same thing. So I've only seen like a couple times where jab reset was like actually better. It's usually just to set up like a better spacing for the combo or something like that. Because there are a lot of percents where they can probably roll out of it. I think Luigi's jab is like a little bit strong. F smash is supposed to be fall through fair. I still think the fall through fair would be a risk. Like Wes had been attacking almost all the time, and like especially on the first stock, like just threw out like infinite up airs when you're on a platform. So in a similar position, I would expect him to do similar, which he ended up doing. And maybe fair would beat it, but unless you can say that like that would beat it like clean, and that you've done that before, then I wouldn't go for something like that. I would just like shield, wave dash back. Hopefully you have the timings for that. Okay, let's go back to this. All right, so
You know,
again, he attacked.
not many people
from
know that.
this
Actually, I think
platform, which
Wait,
is
why?
pretty rare.
it's just not as strong.
If I pause the video, like as soon as he jumped, like you'd already projectiled, so maybe you were looking for when to go in or out. But this jump is a telegraph. Like he's either going up here, which is not threatening, or he can attack you, or he can fall here. Only one of those is threatening.
It's like-
so
Do you know
gotta-
aerial
gotta
Falcon
account
punch?
for
I
that.
don't know that.
Really?
Actually, I think
didn't- Wait, why?
You
it's
do,
just
like, wave
not as
dash.
strong.
It would
It's
be a
like,
bad
you know,
position
aerial
regardless,
Falcon punch
but
is that.
Really?
Actually, I think
Wait,
it's
why?
just
it's
a
just
part of when
not
you
as
do
strong.
that fireball.
It's like, you know, aerial Falcon punch
gotta
is
know
so much stronger than grounded.
when you can.
Is it really?
Can back,
Yeah.
press
It's like-
back in.
How does that work?
I don't know, but if
That
you
sucks.
are stronger than grounded,
Let's see.
it's just not as
Feel
strong.
like when
It's
you
like,
got
you know,
hit on
aerial
this
Falcon
knee-
punch is
Yeah, you definitely were not expecting it. You closed your eyes.
so much stronger than grounded.
Okay.
Is
It
it
was a
really?
good typing.
Yeah.
I thought you
It's
like
like-
waited
How
a
does that
little bit.
work?
I don't know, but if you so much
I
stronger
don't
than
think
grounded,
you.
Is it really?
yeah, it's
Why?
like
How does that
Let me
work?
see.
I don't know,
Yeah.
but if you
I think
much
you
stronger
did
than
your
grounded,
jump correct
Is
there,
it really?
so-
yeah,
Why?
it's like
How does that work?
I don't know, but if you know it, if you go into
I forget if Luigi can actually meteor.
you have to get
with the
some
damage
insane
and
smash
stuff,
jab to touch the ledge.
but
I think he was below the
it is
ledge.
probably rough.
You could do it if you smash jab hard enough and
You
believe.
need 45 there.
but-
Pretty big.
He didn't believe.
Oof.
If you smash jab hard to get some
Snap.
insane smash jab to touch.
Okay.
If you know it, if you
You
go
ended
into
up facing this way.
you have
Off that full jump. Full jump bad.
to get
Oh, I'm thinking you meant to wave dash.
some
Here you shield, unshield.
insane smash jab to touch the
wave
ledge.
dash back.
You know
Yeah.
it.
If
Just
you go into
that movement, like being on a
You have to
platform
get
as
some
Luigi, like Grayson always does the squall hammers to get them off the platform, just because he doesn't want to have any inconsistencies with that. It might not be the optimal thing to do, but it gives you a consistent thing that you can work off of, and you're not going to have positions like this where you just come off and he's already set
insane
up
smash
on
jab.
you.
But
because
if you know it, if you go into
this is a terrible place for Luigi.
You have to
be,
get some
especially
insane
in Falcon at low percent.
smash jab to touch the ledge. I think he was below the ledge.
And then after you get hit,
You have to
I
get
would like
some
you to
insane
clam
smash
up a
jab
little
to
bit.
touch the
Like
ledge. I think
Wes
he
is
was
just going to keep attacking, and he's got several mix-ups
below the
for
ledge.
it, as
You
Falcon.
could do it if you smash jab hard enough. Insane smash
You're
jab to
holding
touch
in.
the ledge. I think he
he's
was below the
holding
ledge.
in.
You could do it if
He's
you
the one
smash
who
jab
got the
hard
first
enough
hit, so it's
and
usually just
believe,
going to end up that way.
But he didn't believe.
Yeah.
Smash jab hard enough and believed, but
Just get to the
He didn't believe.
get to the ground, but then you leave the ground. Leave
but
your
have you ever
safe
seen
haven.
target test? At the end, the
Oh,
Falcon.
Wow.
Dang, man. Is that
Yeah.
why you wanted me to have?
What a-
what
Oh,
what a-
go over this? Holy cow. Yeah. I mean, that whole stock was
You
just
could
a
do it if
wash
you smash jab hard
because
enough
You
and
kept
believed,
trying to force it.
but I think he was below the ledge.
From that
You
first
could do it
position,
if you
like, you had one mistake here, like where you like actually had a decent approach at him. If you had down smashed, maybe it would
Smash
hit.
jab
But
hard enough.
immediately afterwards, you tech rolled in. Assuming that was like to stop you from naring, or you just panicking.
And
but, like,
believed.
there's no reason to do anything but like tech in place. Right
But-
there. Tech roll takes so much longer, and then he makes a mistake, and then you. This is a part of like what something revelatory that Sammy told me while we were coming back from CEO one time. Me and Kevin were asking him about neutral, and the way that he described neutral was just getting like subsequent iterations of frame advantage. Like whoever gains frame advantage in neutral, either through movement or through a sequence of like spacing. Like if your L cancel takes like 2 frames less than their L cancel, then you have 2 more frames to threaten them with other options. Like maybe you can't make use of that because Marth's sword is longer than your attacks, but you can threaten a certain thing and then use those 2 frames however you will. Maybe you'll risk it on something that will put you in frame disadvantage later, but at the same time, he used that up smash, put himself in frame disadvantage, and I think you wanted to capitalize, but you did not account for how much frame advantage you had, and you just went for the baseline, like, I'm going to hit him with an up air here.
He didn't
And he's already jumping.
believe.
By the time you have
could
to
do it if
remember
you
that
smash jab hard enough.
if you were
and
reacting
believed,
to it, like
but-
straight up reacting, like he up smashed, you landed. You should have already reacted by the time you land. But even so, like you got to factor in your reaction time. Like if you had just been on the ground, you'd still have to react 12 frames to him doing that. unless you really just wanted to attack him, but that's a little bit risky. So
He didn't believe.
yep, immediate attack. Like Falcon's just pretty safe here at 0%. Like there's nothing that you can hit him with that will actually do anything other than get one hit, and then you have to fall the entire way, whereas he just gets ASDI down and goes nowhere. So if anything, you might trade like all your frame advantage for a disadvantage, and then only get like 14%. So instead you get hit.
But have you ever seen target test? At the end, the Falcon.
Nothing you can really do about that. It's just.
But have you ever seen target test?
Aggression,
at the
like
end, the
trying
Falcon
to get back at him when he's
Yeah.
at 0 is not how you're gonna do it. So, I think that's something you can practice in friendlies. Is just like playing more close to the vest and trying to, be patient and play your game, because like the way that you hit him at 0 is gonna be on the ground or like spacing him out with some moves instead of just like making a call out. Let's check. Yeah, but like the two stocks were basically even. Yeah, I mean, it was important that you hit him on the first two stocks. Like you got fares on him or like openings on him as soon as you came down. Like you evened it up really fast. And if that hadn't happened, then it might have spiraled a little bit more out of control. I mean, that's basically what he did. He found a way to hit you as soon as you came down instead of the other way around. Like that small advantage just kept building a little bit. Yeah, then he stopped, just never stopped hitting me, and I couldn't hit him. But like as we said on the other stock, you got need twice and off of just not being clean coming down, and then on this time similar thing. So definitely try to get that baseline of that
the ledge. I think he was below the ledge.
going a little bit better.
And it comes out in frame 3, but it can combo into uppy. When it combos into uppy, it's better. Every other time it's worse.
I don't think he hits
Or
you.
when does it combo into uppy?
I don't know. You just nair uppy. It works.
don't
If
think
you're
it
forwarding
I've
a
seen
lot,
it work.
he could call that
I've
out,
heard
but
the
he's
Yeah,
waiting.
definitely.
And
An
then
aerial
he
uppy
gets
is
caught
nowhere
out
good
waiting,
as grounded.
and you even it up. So if
Not many
that
people
didn't
know that,
happen, if
definitely.
like he had hit you one more
An
time,
aerial
here,
uppy is nowhere good as
started
grounded.
a real combo, then
Not many people know
could've
that.
Really?
Actually, I think
piling out
Why?
of control.
it's just not as strong. It's like, aerial Falcon Punch is so much stronger than grounded.
Is it really?
Like that jump
Yeah. It's like,
also
How does
cost
that
you the
work?
stock.
I don't know, but if you know
Yeah,
it,
you just
if you go
converted
into
really hard
He
off
didn't
of
take
it.
that. He was pretty
You'd have to
Because
get
you
some
made
insane
small
smash
mistakes,
to
like,
touch the
might
ledge. I
seem
think he was
like
below
a
the
big
ledge.
thing, but
You could do it
all
if you
these
smashed
other
Judge hard enough.
interactions, like there are only
and
so many
believed,
of them,
But
and
he didn't believe.
the other one just meant so much more than that one.
But have you ever
That's
seen
it.
target test?
yeah, it took like
At the end, the
maybe
Falcon.
20 seconds for
Yes,
that.
it-
All that
Yeah.
GAwes still does not look happy.
What a
All right, now he's
what
fine.
a what a
understand.
kid.
Why
Why-
kid misfired?
If he misfired,
That's how
I would
tournament is, though,
have
20
applauded.
seconds, and
I would have stood up,
match can
ate
feel
my
like out of
donut
reach
off stream,
or just like closed out.
not on stream, and applauded.
Do you have the mental resilience on it?
Who'd
though?
you beat?
I don't know how you were feeling that day. Felt like you were on a mission to beat him
Wait,
though.
but they gotta beat.
Are you still in though? Aren't
I
you?
like taking a moment there. But I don't like
Who did
watching
you
him
lose to?
as he takes his water.
Oh, they played it off stream.
Face, dude.
Twice.
Oh, I thought you. So you're still in the pool.
I don't even like
Okay.
looking at him anymore.
Yeah, you made it out, but
Go to
you're still in.
Yoshi's.
You could make it out higher seeds.
All right. You're engaging with his stomp
Yeah, we
mix-ups here.
made it out, but. Oh, I thought you. So you're still in the pool.
And that's what he likes to
Okay.
do a lot on Fountain and Yoshi's. He'll abuse stomp at low percent because a lot of, like, Wes is very aggressive. So a lot of the things that he does at low percent aren't going to be safe. So instead, he'll opt to do stomps and try to space out nair. Not even really with the intention of comboing, but just
Yeah,
to-
you made
to
it
get
out,
that
but
damage.
you're still in.
Yoshi's.
You could make it out
I
higher
think
seeds.
the way that he thinks about stocks, like after playing him for so long.
Yeah, we're probably gonna
so,
do that,
like,
but I'll have to go because I need higher seeds.
He knows what like early
Yeah, we're
percent
probably gonna do
stomps
that,
and
but
stuff
I'll have
can
to
do
go
you,
'cause I'm
and,
starving
low
right
percent,
now.
Like,
So
he definitely attacks in like
So maybe
phases.
after this game,
So now yeah, he'll go for a
yeah,
bunch of
okay.
uppers,
See there, he punished the down B.
yeah.
which is good in the match.
We're probably gonna do that.
Sick. But again,
I thought you- so you're
went
still in the
straight
pool.
up to him,
Okay.
trying to hit him.
Yeah, you made it out, but
I
you're.
don't think you.
Oh, I thought you.
landed
So you're
on
still in
ground,
the pool.
man.
Okay.
Nope, you immediately double jump. So rule one.
Yeah,
of
you made it
Luigi.
out, but
Stay on the
you're
ground
still
for
in.
it, man.
You could make it out higher seeds.
Oh.
Yeah, we're probably gonna do that.
Even though
but
it
I'll
is a
have to go
mistake
because
that you made here, the F smash, and he just started stomping you. It's like it's a risk that you're taking. Like even if you were back here and you could still have the same situation happen. It's just so happened that you forward smashed instead, and then you're still close enough that he was gonna
starving
just
right now.
do it.
So down. Okay.
So make that.
You
But
didn't
I'll
get
have
the
to go
top
because I'm
platform. I don't know if
starving
you were
right
worried
now.
about grab. But even so, like you're facing away from him, it's just a bad position. Like if he jabs, like it's pretty safe. It's just a bad position. I would probably just try to wave dash off the stage, or like jump this way and then just wave land here. It might be bad because he up airs, but I'd expect West to either jab or do something like that.
Down.
Instead he ran away.
So maybe after this game
So
to go because
caught
I'm
you. Maybe
starving
you said
right
the
now.
read.
So down.
I still think being on the top platform is bad though. Like anytime Luigi's above and the opponent's not at like mid% where like you might be able to like narrow out and fair them or something and edge guard them afterwards, then it's bad times. Like
So maybe after this game,
Yeah. Okay. See there, he punished
Yeah.
without me.
yeah.
do you have the ledge dashes? No, you didn't need to.
See there,
He makes a
punished without
mistake
me.
positionally
Yeah.
and you get frame advantage. This is what I was talking about earlier. So you take center stage and you get the initiative. So he only has so many movement options that he can go move with.
Not what he wanted. Oh, that.
Again, West loves to edge cancel with his big old moves. So
Not what he wanted. Oh, that.
Against these
Flash
low-
cancels are so
gotta watch out for
Against
that.
these
space.
low tiers as Falcon, you can just dash dance.
Aw.
What he wanted. Oh, that.
You hit the
Against
shot
these
gap.
low-
cancels are so
Sucks.
sick.
But you
Against these
also
low
might
tiers
have
as
ran.
Falcon, you can just dash dance camp them almost. They don't have great options against
You know
it.
that if
Okay.
you misfire into a shy
I think
guy,
he's,
it
yeah.
just stops.
Okay,
Yeah,
you're doing
of course.
that, and then yep.
Shy
you start
guys are
stomping.
very
But
powerful
again, like,
creatures.
Into
what
a shy guy,
what
it
happened
just
at the end of this sequence?
They don't have
Leave
great
it.
options against
You know
it.
that if
20%,
you
21.
misfire into a shy guy,
And like with that drift, like there's no way that you follow up off of that back air. So I mean, it's a safer spacing. Like if he tried to put out other moves,
just stop.
but at the same time, like you're not gonna get anything afterwards. Like, and if anything, I would say like you shouldn't do that back air really early like that because you're.
They don't have
less
great
safe
options
for
against
You know
it.
that if
Like
you
watch this.
misfire into
If
a
you-
shy guy, it just
Like he's standing there. If he had like immediate jump up air, maybe like, but like that's some nun shit. Like that's knowing that they have that type of frame
Stop.
advantage. But like if you had waited and then done the back air like super low or just like fall through and then just like and then maybe double jumped, you could even shield poke or
Yeah,
something
of
like
course.
that.
Shy guys are
The way
very
you did
powerful
it-
creatures.
But it made it so that
Into
like
a
you
shy
were
guy,
at
it
more
just stops.
parity afterwards. Like you're actually at disadvantage. And you
course.
barely missed.
Shy guys are very powerful creatures.
Okay.
to a shy guy, it just stops.
Full hop.
Yeah, of course.
Over.
Shy guys
which
are very
is
powerful
okay to
creatures.
escape, but at the same time, I don't see any fast fall. You're already at the apex of your jump, so you got a fast fall as Luigi, and like Samus and other people. Like that's actually one of the like more technical things about the game is like making sure that you're always getting the fast fall when you like as soon as possible, which you can do by you can buffer it by 3 frames. If you hold down like before you reach the apex of your jump or whatever the fast fall timing is, you can hold down 3 frames before, and that input will buffer. So I'd use that whenever I short up fast fall fair as chic because then you can just have your other hand on the C stick. And you can basically just have a 3-frame window.
They'll just
instead of a
stop all
1-frame
your
window
attacks.
Yep.
to get the fastest one.
Well, the moving ones, not.
Yeah, that ain't safe.
They'll just stop all your attacks.
Yep.
Okay mix up, but like at the same time, probably a down smash would have worked better.
Well, the moving ones, not. They'll go through a lot of them too. But
Looks like you
Yep.
thought about that right afterwards.
well, the moving ones, not. They'll go through a lot of them too. But they also extend hitboxes, which is a really wonky mechanic that
Yeah,
nobody.
you're still fighting through.
They'll go through a lot of them
You
too.
can't
But
can't fight through.
they also
Falcon.
extend
His
hitboxes,
is just huge.
which is a really wonky mechanic that nobody knows about.
found it.
Well, I mean, people know about it, but nobody
Yeah,
understands
We
it.
saw it earlier with the number 47.
Again,
Yeah.
you're going to the top
Upbeat.
platform. I don't,
That was
I
a
don't
terrible
like
forward tilt. What was he thinking?
That was a great
So
ledge
right
hit
now,
from
I
there.
would just
My
collect
goodness.
yourself. Like this is where like having good ledge dash
He
is
dabbed
safe.
him and then he
Really good.
chopped him.
I would have
Actually,
Then you get
I
to,
love
like,
Luigi's
you get
fair.
to
It's so
completely
cool.
play your own
Oh,
game.
that was sick. My
You just like trade stocks.
Ooh.
So you do the same call
He
out.
dabbed him and then he chopped him.
I would have
Actually,
then
I love
miss
Luigi's fair.
executing
It's so
next
cool.
Yo,
He
that was
gets the
sick.
trade.
Yeah. Marvel's
So-
not happy about that. I can tell, but
Okay,
you
got
know,
an air,
it's
but
Falcon.
You almost got clipped. That
Gotta
was scary,
expect
dude.
it. Oh, Baka's here.
Yeah.
I was just asking if you could hear.
I just said Daniel's
Okay.
here.
Is he in death pools or?
Alright, here it looks like you
I
don't
was
have
just
the
asking
setup
if you hear.
correct. So after you hit that, like this is like your knockdown game. Like earlier you had a combo or you got a knockdown. It looks like your timing was like a little bit off. You're like we're in between doing a dare and like something else. And here you need to recognize like as soon as you hit him and it looks like he might hit the platform, just think about like when is he going to hit the platform? When am I going to be actionable? And then go through your past history, your past experiences of like of what timing do I need to nair, or like what timing do I put out a hitbox to cover this, or to cover all the other options. Like do I wait? Like you can definitely react with jump nair here, like on all of the DIs like that or like downer. I'm pretty sure. But instead you go for the jump too late to catch the no tag, and then too early to cover anything else on reaction.
Is he here?
Yeah.
I was just asking.
Be a
if
little
you
bit
could
more patient, or again just like recognize that
hear.
setup.
Is he in death pools or did you
Daniel's
register?
body.
It should almost be robotic. Like I hate to
Baka
say that,
always
but at the
registers.
same time, like that's you already winning this
he is a
situation.
responsible.
Then you
He's
just gotta execute.
Baka always registers.
Okay. That was a good back air. Like he whiffed and he couldn't move, so he would probably shield. So I like that. If he hadn't done anything, then he could have punished you for it.
He is a responsible.
Got the back air.
He's a
here.
responsible Peach
That was a
player.
great tip. Yep. He is a
Here
responsible.
you like
He's a
overspaced the downer.
responsible.
If anything, I would say just get the full jump this way and then downer towards the edge of the platform. Because then if he does fall off, then you cover a little bit more, and if not, then you're actually just on top of the
Peach
That was
platform.
a
player.
great take.
And that's okay too. That was a sick conversion by him.
He's a responsible Peach
That was a
player.
great take.
Oh yeah, that was amazing.
Misfire? Oh. Yeah.
Eve.
This makes me sad.
Okay.
Makes me sad
You
watching
did the
Luigi
ice, I
pitifully
like
land
that.
on stage and like lay down for like.
I
It
think-
makes
he
me
might have
sad.
been
Makes me sad watching Luigi pitifully land on
So
stage
again, just be a
and like
little bit faster.
lay down for like
it's kinda
10
funny.
frames. He's
Maybe
like,
you
oh,
could-
that was really exhausting.
Like, man, that
What I just did.
I don't like the fireball.
Did you see how hard I
How does
clenched?
misfire even like? How does misfire even work?
I don't know.
Like, what game is that from?
It's like I
How does
clenched.
misfire even like?
Oh, that was
Feels
really
good.
exhausting.
If you,
Like,
if
man,
you
what I
thought it
just
was gonna
did.
kill, then
Did you
maybe
see
you
how
had to
hard I
wait.
How does-
clenched?
Yeah, it didn't kill, so
Misfire even like?
I gotta feel like you.
How does
you
misfire
should've-
even work?
you grabbed
I don't
or
know.
Like, what
something
game
else,
is that
'cause I
from?
think
It's like
down throw
because like
into
Yeah, what-
Maybe-
what
maybe it's
move-
like-
What does that
basically
move?
killed from the image grab.
I don't know.
Where are Sheik's needles from?
I don't know. I don't know. She's a ninja.
Cheese needles are the best.
But what is misfire? It's just wonky. That's
Yeah,
all it is.
how
I'd
does he
say,
cha- like,
a
what is he
main
charging
part of,
there?
Maybe like
your-
one of the
your
8
neutral when,
foods he eats is like
you
a
feel like you have
taco, and
time
he has
to
like a
set
little
up is to do
spicy
that
time.
back air wall.
That's like one of the 8 things.
I'm
Like
not sure how good
like
it
all the
is.
other foods he
Is
eats are like, you
Falcon-
know.
is
I
Falcon
think the
Punch
matchup
like a thing?
boils down to
Yeah,
more
Falcon Punch is a
about,
thing. I think it is.
Just like
Why
you
isn't
down
Falcon
smashing
even-
him.
Actually,
at
no,
low
it's
percent,
not. I just
then,
realized it's a
getting him
racing
off stage
game.
with
Where
Falcon
is-
comes from a racing
Where are
game.
Ganondorf's everything?
They come from. I don't know. They come from
You
lazy
didn't
development.
clock in off the ground
Yep.
either.
They come from melee being
Where are
rushed.
Game & Watch's L cancels?
Man, if I knew that.
Alright,
don't
so
know.
it's 2 stocks percent. He has to keep calling him out.
Okay.
That.
You gave him a lot of respect here. Again, you're like zoning a lot
So
more
it's
and
too-
like making like a discreet call, like a concrete call on his spacing, on
Stocks
whether he's
percent.
gonna go in or
He
not.
has to keep calling him out.
He makes
though.
it.
Yeah,
makes it
it's
hard,
difficult, but he can do this. He gets this.
See that nair actually. Ooh,
The nair is
that was
bad.
a great down
So,
B.
yeah,
He's just
you-
Gavin-
you- This is a consistent thing, so I'd say you definitely need to lab it
So
out.
it's 2 stocks percent. He
getting
has to
the
keep
jump
calling him
to
out
their
though.
tech.
Yeah, it's difficult, but
So like, you either have to be jumping now,
You can
I think,
do that.
and do like, yeah, you did the rising area. So maybe you just can't. Like
This-
maybe you
he
just
gets
have,
this,
to, have to
see,
wait
that
and
nair
then do
actually-
like the
ooh.
jitter puff, like jump to here and then double jump to where
That was
they go.
great
And if
down
they
B.
wait
he's
you
just
out,
gap
then,
attacking.
Like,
He's gotta.
hell, they just
He's gotta
won.
not get
Gotta
hit by
call it out.
that.
It's like
Situation.
like a waveland shield.
Isn't it crazy how many aerials Luigi can do out of his
If you had
jumps?
wave landed there, you
And
could
shield.
have forward tilted him.
Isn't it crazy how many
So that's just a technical
aerials
thing that
Luigi
like,
can do
is like Luigi privilege is being able
out
to
of his
get there
jumps?
for the forward tilt.
Waveland shield.
Isn't it crazy how many aerials Luigi can do out of his jumps?
See, okay, so there I would have also liked to see a wave land off the platform instead of just the land. The land come out of crouch and then wave land.
Alright.
or-
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the main thing is just understanding Wes's playstyle, figuring out how to play the low percent a little bit better. You did those bear walls again whenever you were like you got the time to set up, but I'm not sure it's like what you really want to be doing. There's never really a time where it felt like you were wave dashing in aggressively and then wave dashing out just to like pump fake him. It felt like a lot of times like you were too obvious in the way that you were attacking him. So I'd look at that. I'd look at that. Um, Getting down off of invincibility and also like at the ledge, like just being more consistent about that and knowing which way you have to go. Like again, if you're facing away from him, which happened a lot, Falcon just gets a lot more liberties because you don't get down smash first hitbox and a couple other things. You can't shield grab him, which is like super big against him, like up throw, down smash, or I don't know how you combo Falcon, but however you do it, that's really important. Let's see. I'm still not playing great. I've not been practicing a ton and switch back to Luigi. Yeah, I mean, I agree, but at the same time, I mean, I haven't seen you at a time when like that stuff was like automatic, like he's gonna hit that 100%, and those types of things are like they're like bread and butter, in my opinion. So, uh, I'd say you got a little bit of work to do in the lab for that, but it's definitely something you can concretely do. Like, definitely just throw a CPU onto the platform, or set it up with like an up smash or something, and just keep setting up that situation, grind it out. Yeah, I mean, it's not a bad thing. It's just something that you never just like I guess hammered out and got 100%. Like I'm really bad at getting all this stuff 100%, and I'm still being pretty poor at like up airing on tech reactions. But definitely something that like just makes your game so much more consistent. And again, just you get before you play somebody like Wes, like Wes, like it's a local. So going in, did you have like a set strategy against him? Was it the jump back air zoning, or did you have anything else that like you had specifically thought of for him? Because I mean, you knew that he was gonna be in your pool, you knew you were gonna play him. Like, did you have any cheese that you had thought of that just didn't get to implement, or did you want to just take it as it came and play him straight up? Because I think that means a lot. Like I've seen a lot of people do really well versus others, because in a punish heavy matchup like this, where if you have a good strategy for an opener, then it can really turn the game on its head. So all the stuff I'd worked on. Yeah, I understand. I've never really played West much. Yeah, I understand that, but at the same time, I think that if you, uh, it depends on your goal. But like, if you really just want to play him, I know he is super aggressive. Yeah. So like, once you know something like that about an opponent, like, at the risk of making a mistake of like overly typifying them, I think it's okay to say like to play like a thought experience in your head where you say like I'm gonna be playing against Wes like at 0 to 0%, like how am I going to expect him to play, and what type of hits do I want to land on him first, like what and how am I going to get those. So just like keep building on it with like building blocks almost, like while useful, it is the playstyle I struggle with most, and Falcons especially so. So if aggressive Falcon is what gives you the most trouble, I'd say that the punish game and just like making them feel like they can't make as many mistakes as should be your focus. Like if they miss base, like you should be playing more for like wave dash back. Like when I first started picking up Peach, I wasn't getting many down smashes and I didn't understand why. But then I realized that I wasn't focusing or like devoting like part of my neutral. I wasn't like my neutral right now is like specifically to get the wave dash back down smash, and if I don't get that, then like I'll just shield or whatever. Okay, yeah, it makes sense. But Patrick, maybe he's equally easy to like to typify, but I think Wes is like one of the easier ones to do so. So in the future, if you have an old school player like that, they have very just like set habits. Like when I played Mike G, like I hadn't thought about it at all, but then after I started playing him, I just remembered all of the times I've played Ziff or like aggressive Peach, and just remembered which situations I shouldn't interact with, which ones I should seek to counter hit, and how I can put them on tilt. So stuff like that. But again, I think you just needed to hit more down smashes and more like wave dash approaches. Like he was on the in the air a lot of the time, but he can't hit you from the air, and you should feel like the ground is yours. Like if he seeds the ground, go to where you are strong. Do not go to where your opponent has fortified themselves. Like I'd written off West as one of my worst matchups, and a guy I'd never really played and was scared of the character. Can't do that, man. Can't do that. I don't know. You gotta always keep yourself in it. Like even if it's a matchup where like you didn't think you would do well, you gotta still try to put your best foot forward. And there's only so much thinking you can do about like the other matchup. So I'd say it would have been good to look into Wes. Would you like me to look at